Abo nonsia peace 104.3 FM Sunia de Shemaima. Yama munyina che ensima hodo ayaboa no man muni ama hodo so e na no peye sinkonwa edebra mu kase boy twan ho ediafa. Hello 101.5 e wodum kumase ye bankran so so eye okay 101.7 and na neat 100.9 ni nyina e wo ship house Abeka Junction Ghana ha eni ama no ni radio stations ko ha en wo maka bomu a wo nyina e fa kasebo ebi kasebo e de ebremu ya bobo ni nyina anu abone tofa kama ukopsfmonline.com obenya bi akenkan na ye social media handles ahodo no so ye twagu live e wo ho ukopis 104.3 FM live ubenya ye wo Facebook live and afa peacefmonline.com and also live ye twagu e wo Facebook and nano penwumeku a eta ye chini
ye wo KKP roofing se open chance de kuda so ye papa de be chama edan de be ye fene fie bebre ni ewani monyamo a eya na do ani a che KKP steel trousers and ade no de pagya dan so ba managina fefefe ye wi de chance papa bi eti apo akuru so no ye KKP prejusuo na ubenya no waje ne hudinti o ma written guarantee kuma se fa de mamponten kwamadantan dodo wakwamu na afei enkane sa wom kwamu so aka akra bi na wadru sa wom barrier ne so na behu KKP roofing 0244 912100 ye wo Silver Herbal Center CB Men capsules obemo junso eme ye bi ke mote ya wana so na ya se dondon aduro no nom ye wo CB Women capsules a oba okwa fichiro te ya white ejeje no ananka boni aba na hemfie nom ye de CB soap ya pedicure me na ho ye hire fefefe akono CB nre wo pharmacy any chemical stores 0247 111671 First Atlantic Bank with the mobile banking application biaba *442# eboa ma bank ba Sahara so eti download di e wo Google Play Store na sa iOS ebeboa ama wo transfer sika wo to airtime wo ye momo bibia akọ kama pa people experience no ede eti kona kosohwe ye kra this way chocolate drink de ohia ka ho a eni so hye
ena no pay and some de ebremo no eye enura kasachira ye mampanyi nana adodankwa ekufuado okasa echire ne yebebo wie a na fe ye dinchiremu no abremo
na emu akenkanfo a mobete yenken eye me nana ya kunadu ena
mame biamakwafo
afei omampani nana ado dankwa ekufuado enkasa ho wone omanyi ayeye enura nwumre no sei ene koye.
Fellow Ghanaians, good evening and thank you for having me in your homes once again. 2 weeks ago, we began the reopening of our schools as part of the phased approach to bring our nation back to normalcy following the outbreak of the novel COVID-19 disease in our country. Since that time, final year university students, SHS 3 and SHS 2 Go Track students have all returned to school. From tomorrow, Monday, 29th June, final year junior high school students in 17,439 schools across the country will return to school to prepare and sit for the Basic Education Certificate Examination, BECE. They will be the final and indeed the largest batch of students to return to school. In all, we're expecting some 750,000 persons, comprising 532,000 JHS3 students and 218,000 teaching and non-teaching staff and invigilators to be involved in tomorrow's exercise. To protect the lives of these students and all other personnel, government has put in place the relevant measures in consultation with the Conference of Heads of Basic Schools and Regional and District Directors of Education and Health. Like senior high schools, universities, and other tertiary institutions, all junior high schools across the country have been fumigated and disinfected. Additionally, we have procured and distributed 45,000 Veronica buckets, 90,000 gallons of liquid soap, 90,000 rolls of tissue paper, 40,000 thermometer guns, 750,000 pieces of 200 mils sanitizers, and 2.2 million reusable face masks, i.e. 3 per person, all with the intent of guaranteeing the safety of the students, teaching and non-teaching staff. 2 masks each will be delivered tomorrow, and the third within the next 2 weeks. I've been very impressed by the adherence to the enhanced hygiene and social distancing protocols by authorities and students in our universities and other tertiary institutions and senior high schools. Yes, there have been a few hitches surrounding the reopening, but largely they have been smooth and seamless. In these institutions, the washing of hands under running water, the maintenance of social distancing, the refrain from shaking hands and hugging, and the wearing of masks have become a part of the routine of school lives. We're determined to ensure the same level of conformity in our junior high schools. So through the District Directors of Education and the District Directors of Health, a COVID-19 sensitization program will be organized for all head teachers and their teaching staff from Monday, the first day of school. This will ensure that the do's and don'ts of the protocols are clearly spelt out for the head teachers for onward transmission to the students. JHS 3 students will be in school for 11 weeks of preparation and revision before spending the following week to take the BECE. There will be no more than 30 students in a class, and there will be a reduced school day with students reporting to school at 9 a.m. and closing at 1 p.m. No breaks outside the classroom will be permitted. Assemblies and sporting events are banned, and the use by outsiders of school premises for religious and other activities will not be allowed. As is the case for the other educational institutions, each basic school has been mapped to a health facility, and care will be provided to the sick in these health facilities by nurses assigned to these schools. I assure all parents and guardians that government will not put the lives of 750,000 students, teachers, and non-teaching staff who will be returning to school from tomorrow at risk. We've made all the required provisions to protect them whilst in school. It bears repeating, however, that they must all adhere strictly to enhanced personal hygiene and social distancing protocols, regularly wash their hands with soap under running water, refrain from shaking hands and hugging, and wear masks to protect themselves and others. Our survival, I repeat, is in our own hands, and together we can defeat this virus. We all know that these are truly historic times. The world is reeling from the effects of this pandemic, and the things we took for granted some 6 months ago are now under question. The definite and undeniable have been replaced with uncertainty. However, as with any other form of hardship, there are always lessons to be learned, as there are opportunities for growth. What we have witnessed recently is that despite us living in an interconnected and globalized world, each nation ultimately stands alone in its challenge to protect its people. Nonetheless, it is obvious that international cooperation, where feasible and practical, can serve to complement the resolution of national challenges. In Ghana, from the very onset, government has acted to limit and stop the importation of the virus, contain its spread, provide adequate care for the sick, limit the impact of the virus on social and economic life, and inspire the expansion of our domestic capability and deepen our self-reliance. As of Saturday, 27th June, our country has recorded 17,351 confirmed cases, with 12,994 recoveries, representing some 75% of positives. This means that currently there are 4,245 active cases, having conducted 294,867 tests, one of the highest on the continent. 30 persons are severely and critically ill, and we have a total of 112 sad deaths, constituting 0.6% of positives, as we maintain one of the lowest death rates in the world. Fellow Ghanaians, as I have stated before, one of the key objects of our fight against COVID-19 has been to save lives and reduce the number of deaths. The Ghana Health Service has observed that most of the patients that have been lost to the virus died either on arrival at the hospital or within 48 hours after arrival. Unfortunately, we still have some persons in the country who are not taking the dangers associated with this disease seriously, and therefore do not seek medical help as soon as they have symptoms that suggest an infection of the virus. There should be no fear of stigmatization or embarrassment with being diagnosed with COVID-19. So please, when you begin to experience symptoms such as fever, persistent cough, bodily pains, loss of taste and smell, and difficulty in breathing, seek immediate medical attention at the nearest health facility. Most patients who are critically ill and need intensive care do indeed survive the virus if they seek medical help promptly. For example, out of 53 patients admitted into intensive care units at the Ghana East Municipal Hospital and the University of Ghana Medical Center since the pandemic struck, 44, i.e. 83%, have fully recovered and have been discharged. This is in part due to the immense dedication and hard work being exhibited by our health workers, who continue to care for those affected by the virus and for the sick in general. In recognition of their efforts, I announced during my fifth address to the nation on Sunday, 5th April 2020, an incentive package to motivate and express appreciation to all health workers for the months of April, May, and June. I'm happy to announce that I have decided to extend the incentive package for health workers by another 3 months. This means that all health workers will pay no income taxes for the next 3 months, i.e. July, August, and September. Again, all frontline health workers, as defined by the Ministry of Health, will continue to receive the additional allowance of 50% of their basic salary per month, i.e. for July, August, and September. I know the implementation of this directive for the months of April, May, and June has been fraught with some challenges, caused mainly by the protracted discussions over the definition of who qualifies as frontline health workers in this context. I have, however, been assured that they have now been resolved and payments will be effective from the end of June. I should reiterate that the insurance package for health workers is still in place. Whilst we appreciate the efforts of our health workers, I continue to urge them to remain professional and compassionate. Every avoidable death, be it corona-related or not, is a tragedy. Let us all be reminded in our daily routines that adhering to the enhanced social distancing and hygiene protocols will not only save our lives, but also prevent our healthcare infrastructure from being overburdened. Let us wash our hands with soap under running water. Use alcohol-based sanitizers. Maintain the protocols on social distancing. Avoid person-to-person contact. Eat our local foods that boost our immune systems. And yes, wear masks at all times when we leave our homes. These are the weapons of our battle. We must keep up our guard at all times and see to it that sooner rather than later, COVID-19 becomes nothing but a blip on our forward march to sustained development, progress, and prosperity. I've been very encouraged by how our religious leaders have supported and embraced the fight against COVID-19. Despite their concerns with some elements of the prescribed safety protocols and guidelines, I will continue to engage with them and all other stakeholders in our efforts to defeat the virus. Enuanom, if you're Chineko, your most school for a ward JHS3, Bessa could school view. I could throw on social. I chat to. This is one Yanum penny for a war SHS3 in the university. JHS3 for Bedi na what you do back home, school. And son one I throw on social. Is there any who say, O man of Koso, Ijina Dusiaso, in Tiensese did who I grow. My bino, I share. A bebo me my friend in a who buy. Into our four. A mammo yamin shimo. If the man gun and Koso, a hiasa my friend in a ibisin idea. And Yamime, Kaja war, or JHS3B by a school. Kona maya Cassini, a ham exam. Tomorrow I mean me unupai me your SHS3. University. JHS3B by a Ochinyuma ke Ekume ye school. Daniel Baba Namengma ame exam. Isane wo fe wonu ake. Wo man no ya dumo ni kasemono. No e wo isane wo ke sure. What to gbejiano. Ni ba bugbeke bia. He. No wo follow it. Yakahanye musu ashanye. Ejake Ghana noya. Hiani beke bife akasini. Fellow Ghanaians, as we cross the halfway point of 2020, arguably one of the most difficult years in recent memory, I continue to feel a sense of gratitude, determination, and faith. Gratitude towards you, the Ghanaian people, who have shown such extraordinary grace and selflessness throughout this difficult period. Determination in my work for all of you, bringing Ghana through this crisis and beyond, and making sure we come out of this stronger than ever before. And faith in the one true God who orders our every step. This too shall pass. For the battle is the Lord's, and with him by our side, We fear nothing but his judgment and need nothing but his grace. May God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you for your attention and good night.
Omampani na ado dankwa ekufo ado na ni omeyi kasa ye na sei na ne nsɛm a wɔde to ye ni menra no ekɔye anuanom Ghana manma memamwadwo medam wase samude maso afa mebiom na wɔtwe mienu ni ye frase biebie schools sebeya ye bema ye man no asantetu esi ne das sede na esi etie ne dadamu ebiom COVID-19 therefore yinti ye twane ma pii so free bra ye shase no wo ma mo be school final year students yo mo suapon ahodo mu wo mo ni senior high school from 3-4 a wo mo be wie and a senior high school from 2-4 a wo mo go track mu and ya mo efrase ko school
enti free echina edwo jumbo sumede de to so aduonu enko na chese nedwo yi na junior high school adesuafo ya womo ewo school ahodo be se empim edunso ahanan eduasa enko no emu womu nyina ede womu ani ebe kire school mu na omakobo abo womu ho na omatimi atwere womu BEC sohwe wei ene womu etwato ene womu edoso pa ya womu ya adesuafo a womu san akoschool
ye keka ni nyina bomu a enipa empem ahanson aduonum 750,000 ena ekro ye bubumu a emu empem ahenum aduasa mienu 532,000 eye sukufo ena emu empem ahenu ene du nwotwe 218,000 eya chechefo ene woni a enchade na so mo ye adwuma wo schools ene invigilators a wo mo nyina eka ochina adwuma efrase chese enne dwuma efrase no ho
ne senti aban no ene conference of heads of basic schools and a regional and a district directors of education and a health directorate no wo mo de niema ne hye bi egu akwamu a wo mo befa so e de abonkoda nyina eho ban
said the senior high school, Sunny University, Sunny tertiary institutions and Kayane ye nom. Junior high school, so what my gun and munina. Yet the enro aqua pete hokama. And no echi ya so the Veronica bucket no empem edianainum 45,000 afei semina a ye ba ewo ensuo fam anasa liquid soap no ya the gallons no empem ediokron 90,000 ya the roll ana tissue paper no so empem ediokron and ya the thermometer gun no so empem edianain and afei ya the sanitizer 200 ml no and also Mako empem ahanson aduonum 750,000 and na yedi nose mask de etimisie no yedi opipi mienu ne achirepot mienu 2.2 million aka ho na nono abofra bia na onipa bia benya miensa na wode akwakwwe no ho so ye school ni sa woye ochirechire ni sanso woye adwuma e wo school num yedi nkan ache eche mienu efri ochina echese efri enei yedi nkan ache mienu na wotwe mienu achi yede de aka no aka ho
na mani agipa wo hwe wo mo hyase se wo mo ekosuo mikire suapon ahodo no na afenso no ento asosuku ahodo no wo hwe ahokeka empanyimfo no ne adesuafo nyina wo mo de kwana eye mani sopa ye esanse eba te se bi a yenhwe nipa dodo a ne wo mo ebehye mu yenhwe ayahonidie eho na afenso no kwan ebefa so apomuden ho hyehye ne afutu a empanyimfo de mo de eye adwuma no a ekoyie pa ewo suapon hodo a wo mo de kan bie na afento asosuko no emu na wo kyeremu se wo mo sanye ne nyina na kwa so tote se ne yehwehwe no na so ruduo mu die bibia akoso kama pa na sa suku ahodo emu no ukopie mu a wo mo de nsa hohoro ye de semina eka ho a ye hohoro nsu a etene ase no wo mo de ye adwuma papa sanso na social distancing eno so wo mo de ye adwuma wo mo se mo bia enkonkochia obi ana mo bi enkoto obi mu ya okoye na tu ana bibia te sa no eno so wo mo de ye adwuma mask no so wo mo guso a wo mo de ye adwuma sesei ababeka suku abrabo ho
Yawia hinam so say ye junior high schools and so ye benya says sudua no ne hwehwe ne pepepe we senti empanifo da nwomesua no wo mensini emu ane empanifo da pomoden ano e wo mensini mu na chese district directors of education and district directors of health and afa COVID-19 sensitization program no yaka bomu e beyen cheche dia mampanifo de dantete bia no head teachers ene wo ma cheche for teaching staff a free adwada ene dwada yi a schools no ABM but ayene ne say akwa kai wo ma sa kyerɛkyerɛ wo mo de wo say ye ne de ense say ye protocols no say de wo say esidi ye adwuma frenchim na yetime dia so anu a obi amfa yare no ema obi
na JHS3 adisuafo no wo mo ede na wotwe makomako edubako ene wo mo de ebekɔ school mu na wotwe a edi ho no wo mo aya hoboa akwakwatwere wo mo BC esohwe na eno no enya de se adisuafo dodo a wo mo ebro aduasa ye be hyehye wo mo e wo school dan baako mu ye bete wo mo sokora enti abro so a adisuafo aduasa e wo dan baako mu ena afi nso no hyehye afoforo ye de aba ne se enkoda no wo mo beko school anopa no nkono na wo mo apon awia donko enya de be mo break wo mbetena school mu dem ho no mo a ena afi assembly wo mo enkobi ne ye agudie sporting events ne ade nyina wo mo abra afi so no enya de a wo mo ebema asoma hodo kwan se wo mo mra school bi mu na wo mo ma mesom e wo ho eno so ye twam kra na se base bi asa suku ahodo ye ye ka wo mo ho asemi no ya hyada de ni abota wo mo amma sane ye e de amma suapon ena fento aso suku ahodo no wo mo ye mfiti ase suku ye ne ene wo mo hyase yi so no ye de apomuden adwumaku anase ya hyada hyehye biaye a base bi obi yare a obetumi akọ no mo akwakwahwe no ho ye de aka school no ho a ya hyada apɛ apomuden adwuma ni de aka ho a wo mo ene behwe se bi obi yare no oba ho no mo a wo mbeti wo mani de ahwe no
make a trap batani ahwefo nyina say memfa ye ma ene ya church for best pema hanson aduonum 750,000 enkwa nkoto asan mu ebra wo free suku ase okyenen ye behwe se bibia be ye kama enu nti bonbon hyehye ye wo se ye no aban fam de ya ye gusonso ye de aka ne se wo nso ebe ye won fam de ahonedie personal hygiene afei ye tete ye hontem social distancing ye hohoro ye sa ebrano ye de semna ene nsuo na ye mensuo no agu ye nsa ho afei ye nkwochiachia nkrofo nsem enkofemfam nkrofo nko ye nkrofo atu ye behya ye mask no ade aboye ho ban ne ade abo afoforo nso ho ban se ye betimi agina me sisu biom agina ye ne ankasa ye so ye nyina ye kabomu a ye betimi adi yarebo iso nkonem
na ye nyina yenim se afia ye gwomu eya afibia ensan na abakosemu ebi enhyeda ensiye nanso ekamia se afei ene wiase nyina eba bete yade yi ase ene se ne yade no yesi akwakwa ye ho afa ede ehia no enieme bia kane no yeto na jeje mu ane ye mfa nya asem enei ye ni abreso ya ye somu yie pa na besa busumi ensia etwa ni no eniema wodo bebre ho no mo anache se ye bibia sane ye pe nanso enei anamo bia obi ebetu no odwene ho ehwe se ebetimi de nsunsuaso bi abana brabo so anase edne bekonenim na wei yentimi enyi ho akini se yade no aba ene ya ba betena ye wosi etimi som kua ne ye ne no etena
emom ade ahokyere ba na ahokyere bremu bia nso ye fa bibi efrimu ye sua bibi efrimu na enema ye sua ne ye koye nimu no edoso ye hunu se ye betimi agina ewo musa amaman enyina di kasobom ye nyina ye enipa baako a ye di ye ho kita ho ewo wiase amaman enyina mu nanso se de obi agina de ogina o maybe ade no ho obi agina sa content kro ye de obetimi de abo ono ene ne man emma we enche se ye to ayonkoye ye da ye ne amaman entem no jeje mu dabi ye ntimi ento no jeje mu sa na mom de ebetimi aye wo ho bia no ye de fo de ɔman no ankasankasa ɛyɛ ɛde atwitwa agye ne mma ɛso.
Yehwe Ghana hanomu a efresh asie no a ena ban ma no ho ye ha hwe se yade no yentimi entena se emma emfiri amama yahodo so emewura wo mayi mu enti etirimu pa ba ko na se gina ba ko aban no esi ye ne se oban no atimi abo akra dodo no a eho ban na yade no kwan ye fa so a etre ne ade no aban atimi aso ano ne senti ena aban no etu ana mo ahodo bebre ya no ebeboa o mayi mu ena afenso no yahye ahodo so se ne ebeya a yebetimi edi yenkui ne krakra yen ho se beya yare no entimi emefa ya sekra
Edru nano memenda June de toso aduonu enso no na ye my Ghana mu enipa wanya COVID-19 ni bi empim dunson ahasa aduonu baako 17,351 na sa enipa yi emu empim du mienu ahankron aduokron 9 12,994 woma de won ho adiare ne so enkonim yade dutu enipa enya yare ne bie ho a wo hanche mu aduosunum 75% ena enya ayarehwe anaso yareboa na firi won wedie mu a wode yare ne so enkonim we say ekire say yeda so ewo nipa yareboa no ewo won wedie mu empem 9 ahanu aduanan enum 4,245 na we nu nyina ye amanebo ya efri enipa empem ahanu aduokronan ahanwotwe aduosiasom 294,867 yakoso mahwe hu say yareboa no wo mu wo bi anase wo mu enibi ya enipa yebo wanchi sesei no emu aduasa ahomfa won kra ebidie emu odin pa make say oyaw mu enipa wo ha ane du mienu 112 ena wo mu ewu wo de tunsenie ne a eyo hanche mu hwe ane akiriponsia 0.6% enipa yeso mo hwe ya na wo mu ye positive ewiase nyina yebetimi aka say yen ya famu no nipa ewuo ewo fom kra
Minianum Ghana for senior medical Akan dada no ade ba ko a ye gina so asori ekon ede etia COVID-19 yade ene se ebetimi aboa ye ho na yaji akra dodo no enkwa na fa nipa dodo a wom nam yade ne so ebehwere wom nkwa no eso etimi atie ne no ena apomden adwumako Ghana Health Service wom so ede wom ani ehunu ese enipa dodo no a wom nya yade ne bi ebepiem ewa ya sabia no wom afamhwere wom nkwa no eye wom a etena hono mo ama yade ne edokoro wom edom bedua ya sabia hono ma wom ba ya timkaja na wom ato na nanom ewon siedo nipa no wanwu hono mo a acha donhwere aduana nwotwe entem na nipa na ato na nanom ewon siedo na rehosem baako ene se yeda so ewo nipa bi eti o meyi emu a ohawo asa yade yi enam so eme ede ba no enya de se wom efa na nibre so kora enu ntine se base obi na dwen se bia na so obi hu ensankyerene bi ye fa sa yade hu ensankyerene a eda die ewo nipadua mu na nipa no ma no ho ye ha etutu na mo ekwa ya sabia a doctor for ene apomudin adwumayefo wo mutimi agi nipa no enkwa hare so ema nipa no wakada so eka atiasefo ehu
hia say ye beye nipa munyi mu yare yi enya fere se obi ya so no ahwe na wo bie anu nti mesrew ebra obehu se awate agu so wanya fever wo bowa wo honam ya wo ya wonum wato na wonte pampan wo homi a enko yie sade sikronom enche ho entemwara na pomden atena ye ben wo no wabo ahyemu ne yakwa akoboa wo
nipa etesa womutu anamon ahonhare so eba ayarasabia no ampaniampa ya wom ho eto wom enti sebasa yade no ho sankyereni bi ewo ho na wo ma ho ye ha eto anamokwa ya sabia a doctor fotimi hwe wontem ema otimi ede wo ho ehweso bi ene se ayarefo besa aduonum emiensa ya yaji womo eto intensive care unit ewo Ga East Municipal Hospital and University of Ghana Medical Center no wachemu se emu aduanan nan ene yetumi ahwe womo amo ho ato womo a womo ekofie no gina homa ohoma bopai aduowatwe emiensa womo akanso eda so eje ayarehwe
we say enyina mu so atu ho ache ene adwumaden ya yapomden adwumayefo eyenti wamugu so ya won fam de se nipa womanya yareboa bi e wo mo hwedie mu no ene ayarefo nyina wo mo bebo moden atwitwa age wo mo we say enti Samokaya enkasa ho ameni o meyiye ya na etosu enum na yekwasiada epode etosu enum meye hyehyɛ bi ade emwa ho asɛm bi to dwa kyerɛ sɛ yeye bibi dia shapomden adwumayefo no enkran eno enti yeye ne sa wo mobosome April May and June yedi bribi ka won katua ho na afei so yasan so ateteto afi won so
na eyemani je ne ahohwaho asem de sansem bi etudwa ese bosume miensa edi yanimi no apomuden adwumayefo yesan ede adodode kakra aka wo esika ho se ne ebeye a ebehye wo nkran no makoso a agi akra dodo no a enkwa eno nti wo kyeremu a bosume miensa edi yanim July August and of September enya de se income tax apomuden adwumayefo a wo enegina kono etwitwa agi nipa pempem enkwan no wo mo ebetua bie eno da nchen a saa apomuden adwumayefo yi a wo mo egina konun so sania omeya so ya ohwe apomuden sam so ebekire mu anasa ebeka no yebesan amomo akatua no ehunsi hu besa ho mabupan aduonum 50% allowance ede aka wo mo akatua bosumi bia wo mo gye no enti no so ebekoso abosome miensa free July August and of September bosome no emu
Minimpass and she share I did 2 Jack and no. A share or how be a brana ya juma. No how nina so kojina kita hua na air cost one more much musem. Why near betting ya cassa or your front line health worker? Upon dear Juma Numuno, why na near betting ya cassa or jina kono or COVID-19 bremu. And benny for bobo hua ma fedie what Timmy essigna ye and untibusumi juni every yanom. A juma 4 at Sabaten. E wo mo akatua mum me sisu dua bion so a kyerɛ insurance ya ye e dia ma apomden adwumayefo no e da so e wo ho a eye adwuma
ye bo apomden adwumayefo abaso na ye ka kyerɛ mo sɛ ne omo ye maye no ɛso ye nipa no ye bɛkɔso a e dia to wo manim asrɛ wo mo ɛsɛ wo mo mfa ensini anem enye wo mo adwuma wo mo nya yam hyehye emba ayarefo a ye do mo eba wo mo akakye na kwan bi a wo betimi no wo mo emfa so sɛ ne beya wo mbeje akra dodo no enkwa titru wo mo de yare a eye corona yade ne bi e de ba ho no mo no wo mo hwe enti wo mani enhwe wo mo yie pa afenso se ye ka yenka ka ye ho sabreni abre nyina ye bɔ modern se social distance and afa hygiene protocols ye di so no nye se eje yenko a ye kra enkwa na momu no ebeboa ama yapomden nwumaku ahodo a ato apete Ghana fa na nyina no emma ohye bebre emma so emma ehon so enkonko ha adwene ye koso ahoro yensa ye de semna eye ewonsu a etene ase no na ye hwese ye de hand sanitizers a alcohol ewom eno so ye de befefa yensa ho afa ye hwese social distancing protocols eno so ye betimi ediso se ne ebe ya efri nipa ba ko eko nipa foforo ho a yade na etre na esai no sa de ne ebefri ho no mo ye momodin hwese ye betimi edi ye nuane a ebeboa abo amma asojafo a ekuti anyare wa hodo ye nipadua mu ahoden no matimi abo ye ho ban no ye bekoso edi ne yi na afenso ye hwese ye nose mask no ye behye na bribia titu ne bra ye fredi efri ye mfie akọ abonten wasi wei ene akodi a ekita yen a ye betimi edi akontia coronavirus e wasi etimi boy ye ho so abribia na ye hunu se enche kura na se dachi bia eni achiri kura no COVID-19 yade no ebeba besan ye ho akọ na etimi akonkoden akoye nim ewo nkonimdie enafe empuntuo emu
Mania saw said the GDA equal akanifo esi aso COVID-19 kunye emum ewo mu se wo mo wo how ba kumienu bi ede nanso wo maboa ama yare ekwo ne ho hyehye no edi mu pa na hyehye ahodo a yede ye adwuma safety protocols ene ho hyehye de ahodo no so wo mo aboa ama agina yi a yede eye adwuma mekoso na ye ne woni a wano dru brumu ewo nsem kaye te se hum edi nkita ho na ye nyina ye kabo musa ye bedi yareboa ne sunkunim
menuanom Ghana fo sane ya munyina mani tua se afi 2020 say ye kotwa efa egua ne sa kakra na yewura ofa etusumi mu na metimi aka se sa afi ya fia emu odin papa pasemekaya eno echi nso no ewose yakwosoara na yehunu yenho emobo yadwene yenho ena mianka sakura no mehunu se mani so anamo ahodo ene sane omanfo akire wodo ene opepa ede akire me ene maban na wohwe sane yade esi adokro yenya yense eyadum bi ena ede yafamu a apepem sese yekosoa ede ense ene anem eye adwuma ede aboa Ghana ama Ghana de hye nyina nso so saa oyena yewomi no yetimi efremu yemi ogidie mapase yade yi yebetimi akonkoden edi sunkonimu a yenyina nam gidie baako ene onyankropon baako eso ama na mo ahodo yebetu bia no yede akọ enkonimdie emu
wenso ebetwem okono eyerade kon erade waya fen yenso hweje na temuo de yehia so ene nadom onyankopon hyira ye nyina wo hyira ye mighty asmai Ghana wo mayanya kese e wa hodin mu medam wase samode maso fm abuzafo mampene na na dodan kwa kufa don samwa woni ye kan ye enura e woni kasa ho a wode ebra yen no emu no ha na esie na enura ntoma na fra no no eye ABC na ABC no so enyina so ene se oman kwaso fapem no ba ku gina womasua hyehye paso etu pentoma ne from ampani anase na fade no na se kira entoma no ankasa ye ba fitie mo ye friend ABC and ebi kan ABCD na ejina ho emma anaso de ma ye tintim sa ntoma ne se oman enkoso ne fapem ba ku ene enwomasua ehon hyehye papa eye peace fm no nsiabremu kasebo ye twa ye ho age aboafo nkrato ye ba ensam kaye no edebebremu amanfo dia moka kire Freddy's Corner wo home appliances ho no
or dia ba Freddy's Corner Home Appliances Center
home appliances a eye papa bia ebi wo ho
brands ben Media, Nasco, Samsung, Hisense, Skywell, TCL,
TV, air conditioner, freezers, fridges, water dispensers and dia keka ho nia ubenya good warranty dia ko Freddy's Corner Home Appliances okokomemle
CCTV a eboama monitor of properties any business at anywhere in the world
CCTV ni da ho e wo detector, clear pictures, Wi-Fi connector. Utimi connect ma wo phone. Na wa monitor baby a wo wiase bia.
Freddy's Corner Home Appliances abeka Freddy's Corner edwosu ahodo a oton phones ene ehun accessories no ho.
Fresh 0544 959195 ana 0207937323 ana so brakoko memle City Light in Chehwa. Na ye can discount ene achadia. Ubetiasie.
Freddy's Corner,
home of authentic home appliances, phones, and its accessories.
Amen. Waya eh. Waya eh. Amio. Mumra maya nyamiase. Oye. Nanadum hoda. Amen.
Yenim samu busase nije yasene saying.
Asiane se. Wadi amen e jiranse ni ani. Awa herbal ayaresemu bio. Na nkunimdie adansidie na asie eni abasobodie nko a. Se wanso wo hwe apomdimu ahoto a wadi abra manfo. Efri ye ntiri so ekosi ye na asie. Ehina yade sha amin hu ensaw yade. Wadi ni nro ni abefo enfidie echi yade no kunu one time.
Amin e de herbal accommoding was signed in naturopathy and homeopathy kwan ekunye nyarewa.
Say sukuu fofri amanone besua ekwane a yade herbal say yade ewo amin.
We nyina enti e na yade anije efre from say. Sawe pa wo yare bi hyehyɛ wo ho ana yare bi abagya konya wo ni pedua mu a Allahu shafi onyame ne yaresafo. Inshallah enyame adom a ayaresa beba.
Amin wodome wo be old snake flat.
Ultra modern branch wa Klagon Tama Road Frey 020-722-9505 and 0245-275254. Amen Scientific Herbal Hospital.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knobs.
Abusuafo ye kwa wie kase bono anesa na yenhwe sania yade na husunsanso no ekofa Ghana hade yenye edikan amanya nte yese enipa empem edu enso ahasa aduonum ebaako ena eye confirm cases a ena se nipa dodo a wo mo enye bie emu empem dumienu ahankono aduokono enan na etititi free mu ene ade na kyese wo mo ewo bi a wo mo de no ewo soropa no eye empem nan ahenu aduanan enum arehosam ne sa enipa oha ene dumienu en wo mafamu atwa nananom ewo nsedom yenko ewiase nyina ne boni beka se global no eno enipa dodo a enye yare ne ebie no eye opepe edu empem ahenu aduanan enkono ahangotwe ene aduanan 10,249,840 womo enye yare ne bi ewiase afa na nyina afe womo ho atọ womo eye opepe enum empem ahenum aduonum enso ahankono ene aduowotwe 5,557,980 eye nipa dodo a womunya yade bi nanso adom binti wom ho atọ womo a afemo ahwere womo enkwa eye empem ahenum ene nan ahanan aduanan aduokono en baako 504,491 wenum eye nipa dodo a womo enam yare nemu ahwere womo enkwa
kasebono esi akenkanfo amote yenkan eye me nana ya kunadu ena
mame biama kwafo
asede we chede masuze herbal center de CB men capsule sabo be ma odun so me ye bikem wote ya wana so se wa ya sia dondom wo hia CB men capsule ya wo CB women capsules so a oba bia wo kwa ficha wote ya wo enka bonya ba hifia na sa white ejije wonom obanum bi na yu afri sa tebia no mu CB soap ne ye pedicure ene ye nkonkotena salon enkonkodi don hwere ba kwa de amede me nan ni sinsuo mu ansam wo de fa ho asma be dubi na ya ne tron na yire fefefe e wo cosmetic shop bia mu 0247 111671 KK Paper Roofing what the steel trousers and ade no ade pagya danso bo no ye ne fefefe no what the bebre aba enya hata na enya dududu de Ghana Standards Authority say eye mayen afei agency de kru danso papa de enwe na chi na kala no enpo enya hwe wajin wudinti oma written guarantee the piece eye KK Paper Roofing kuma so fade mamponti adantan dodo akwemu obe oyi bi toll boot no na sawom kwemu so akakra no adru barrier 0244 912100 your First Atlantic Bank at the mobile bank in a bar short code no eye *442# the here so be download di Google Play Store na say iOS store na wo dia transfer security to bills to airtime aye momo ne niam bebre e save and secure nya purple experience no na be hu se hoyem ye kra this way chocolate drink kokos on fa so kan de ohia ka ho a ani sushi ye mamu nyina chi